Hello guys, how are you today? We are going to continue with the second part of the Unit 5. Remember that you are going to need your student's book and your workbook. Let's continue. Guys, if you remember, we already saw the use of could, and we say that could is podrías. Could is positive and couldn't is negative. Couldn't is no podrías. For example, first we are going to write the subject, I, you, he, she, we, or they, plus could, and then is the action or the verb. For example, they could go to the zoo. Ellos podrían ir al zoológico. Or, if we want to use the negative form, first is the subject, I, you, he, she, we, or they, plus couldn't, and then the verb. For example, he couldn't take a picture. Él no pudo tomar una foto. Or, if we want to create the question, first we are going to write could plus the subject plus the verb. For example, could they go to the zoo? Or could he take a picture? And then we can answer with a short answer. Yes, I could, or no, I couldn't. The subject is going to depend of the subject of the question. And remember, we use could to express a possibility or to ask something politely. ¿Ok? Recuerda, utilizamos could para expresar una posibilidad o para pedir algo amablemente. Now guys, let's answer the workbook page 67. And we have an activity using could or couldn't. You need to choose between two of them. For example, the number 1. We could or couldn't swim in the ocean because there were sharks. Do you think that you can or you can't swim? Well, because the sentence says that there were sharks, había tiburones, in this case, we are going to use couldn't, right? We couldn't swim in the ocean because there were sharks. Nosotros no pudimos nadar en el océano porque había tiburones. And then the number 2. Sarah had a toothache, so she could or couldn't eat any cake. Well, Sarah has a toothache, so she couldn't eat any cake, right? And then the number 3. Katie spoke French. Katie hablaba francés. So she could or couldn't understand everybody in Paris. Well, she could, right? Because she spoke French, so she could understand everybody in Paris. Katie hablaba francés, entonces ella podía entenderle a todos en París. Now try to answer the number 5 and the number 6. Then we have the activity 15. Complete the questions about 14 and then write short answers. For example, the number 1. We have swim and they in the ocean. Well, first we are going to write could. Could they swim in the ocean? ¿Podían ellos nadar en el océano? According to the number 1 in the number 14, we are going to write a short answer. And the sentences say that they couldn't swim in the ocean. So the answer is no, they couldn't. No, they couldn't. Then the number 2. Could Sarah eat cake? Could Sarah eat cake? No, she couldn't, right? Because she has a toothache. And then the number 3. Could Katie speak French? Yes, she could. Now, please try to answer the number 4, 5, and 6. Now, guys, let's go to the student's book, page 86. We are going to see the end marks. A sentence may end with a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point. These are called end marks. We use a period at the end of a sentence that makes a statement. For example, I like stories about dragons. Me gustan las historias acerca de dragones. Period. Punto. Use a question mark at the end of a question. Why are tigers endangered? And then at the end, question mark. ¿Por qué están los tigres en peligro de extinción? Y usamos signo de interrogación. And then we use an exclamation point at the end of a statement that shows a strong feeling. The Komodo dragon is very scary. So then we have 5 sentences and you need to choose the correct end mark for each one. For example, the number 1. How many Tasmanian devils were there in 1920? We are going to use point, a question mark, or an exclamation point. Well, it's a question, right? So we are going to use a question mark. Then the number 2. People are moving into the forest. Las personas se están mudando a el bosque. Is point, exclamation mark, or question mark? Well, is period, right? Las personas se están mudando al bosque. Punto. Then the number 3. Anglerfish are very strange. Anglerfish are very strange. It's an exclamation point, right? The number 4. Do you like elephants? It's a question. So we are going to circle the question mark. And the number 5. Mexican walking fish live in ponds. Well, it's just a sentence. We are going to circle a period, right? Now, we have the activity 29, and it says, rewrite each sentence in your notebook and use a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point. So you have these 6 different sentences. It's not necessary that you copy in your notebook, but please choose the correct end mark for each one. Try to do it in the book. I know that you can do it. Please open your workbook, page 71, and we have the activity 26. In this one, you need to put a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point in these 6 different sentences. It depends on the sentence. For example, the number 1. How many chimps were there 100 years ago? It's a question. So you are going to choose the question mark. Then we have the number 2. Coconut crabs live on islands in the Pacific Ocean. Period, right? Now, please try to answer the number 3, 4, 5, and 6. You just need to choose between these 3 and mark. Now guys, we have the last activity and it is a crossword. I send you with this presentation a PDF and that PDF is a crossword about weird and wild animals. You are going to answer this crossword according to the information that you have in your student's book in the page 74 and according to the information about each animal. Okay, so you need to read the page 74 and then you are going to try to answer the crossword. We finished the unit 5, guys. Thank you so much. Remember that if you have any questions, you can send me a message to my cell phone. Take care. Bye bye.